I actually am here to introduce a wonderful, wonderful man. Okay. He is just amazing, is all I can say. I actually remember him when I was struggling really, really bad. And, I saw his book and I was able to call him on the phone and he prayed with me. He spoke over my life. I'll never forget it. He's just an amazing person. He has done great, great things. His name is Dr. Stan Harris, aka Dr. Breakthrough, and he has traveled literally over 3 million miles, speaking to crowds as large as 17,000 people and making as much as $47,000 for speaking for 1 hour. Yes, I said 1 hour. And he actually has a 10th degree black belt. He uses those skills to demonstrate how anyone can receive a breakthrough and break through the barriers that try to hinder their success. Okay. And it's so cute. He has his wife, Nadia, he calls his ABCD Adorable Brown Caramel Delight, and they aspire to inspire breakthroughs even after they've expired. He believes you may just be one step away from a massive, massive breakthrough. So I want to have the honor of introducing Dr. Stan Breakthrough. Are you on the line?
Oh, sorry. Let me unmute him. He probably has his hand up. Let me see. Thank you, Dominique. I appreciate that. Dr. Breakthrough, you out there? You have to raise your hand in the sea of 250 people. All right, give me just.
He is out there because I heard him come on trying to.
There he is. He did. I know. I see him out there. You're right. There we go.
Hey,
it's
there. Breakthrough time. Well, hey, it's a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure. Happy birthday. I want to know, is it okay if I share my screen? I've got a few slides, if that's okay.
Of course. Yes. One moment. There you go, sir.
All righty. So let's see. Do I have the screen now?
Yeah, you are co-host, so you should just be able to click screen.
Hit share screen.
Mm-hmm.
And
there you go.
So you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
So, matter of fact, I've got the incredible Dominique Barbie on the call that I'm doing next hour. I know some of you have your webinar with Megan. So I want to say, first of all, happy birthday to all the May babies. I mean, obviously, Megan and Reagan, and obviously Dominique. Her being the 15th, my wife and I, my ABCD, my Adorable Brown Caramel Delight, our anniversary, or actually our birthday is May 15th. When I say birthday, our marriage birthday. We got married that day. People call it the anniversary, but that's the day our marriage was born. And by the way, a marriage is get this now, 2 deaths and 1 resurrection. Oh, come on, somebody. But anyway, so, but my dad's birthday, heavenly birthday is this month. I know I've got some team members like Beverly Richardson and Sharon Elaine, all of you May babies. We say special congratulations. And again, congratulations to all of you. Thank you. Again, Megan and Reagan, we appreciate all of the hard work, the sacrifice. Mr. Robert Dean, again, congratulations also on making that king. And we know you're going to go legend and beyond. And so with the time that's afforded me, I want to share some things with you, if you don't mind. What I want to, let's see here. Oh, my goodness. My slide. So I'm going to have to get Megan to work with a brother on his slides because brother did something wrong. Okay, Megan. I think what I did to my slides. Okay, here we go. Maybe it'll work now. Okay, okay, so would you like to accomplish more in your life, your business and family with a simple system that works every time by everyone that works it? Guaranteed, yes, yes, or yes. So if that's you out there, let me put a yes. Put a yes in the chat box if that's you. Again, if you would like to accomplish more. Now, this is a celebration. You heard what they would like for their birthday is for you all to rank up. My wife and I, we always say if it's not win, 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 we're not in. But whenever it's win, 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 we're all the way in. And so they're saying for their birthday, Why don't you just rank up to another level? You get paid more, which, by the way, I love this because guess what? You decide when you get a promotion and you decide when you get a raise. Oh, I love that. And so I want everybody, again, if you would like to accomplish more in your life, in your business, in your family with a simple system, and you've heard the acronym for system, save yourself time, energy, money, a simple system that works every time by everyone that works it, guaranteed, yes, yes, or yes. Give me a yes in the chat box, okay? Let me see those yeses flooding in that chat box, okay? So here we go. I'm Dr. Breakthrough, and this is going to be some personal training. It's a picture of me when I was voted into the Black Belt Hall of Fame. Out of 7 billion people, there's 100 of us that have been voted into the Black Belt Hall of Fame. And I say that not to brag on myself. I say that simply to let you know that I am a champion. And as a champion, I train champions. And I'm going to share with you and show you something that I've learned from the martial arts that transformed my life forever. As a matter of fact, I want you to see this picture when I was 17 years of age. It was 10,000 people, this event where I got to preach also, by the way. But you can see me, I'm jumping 9.5 foot in the air, kicking and breaking the board. Now, by the way, people often ask me, how'd you learn how to do that? How many of you would like to know how I learned how to do? By the way, that's not running and jumping. That's called a vertical leap. Just bending down, jumping up. And for some reason, I cannot see the chat box.
I actually had to remove the chat. We had a few hackers.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
no problem. Okay, so thank you for letting me know that. Okay, so alrighty, so we'll just play it like you're chatting a radio. So here's the thing, though. So people ask me all the time, how'd you learn how to do that? And I'm gonna give you a real secret that's gonna shock you, and that is this: I never learned how to do what you're seeing right now. Yeah, wait a minute, Doc. Wait, but we see the picture of you jumping up and kick. We mean never learned. Here's what happened. There's a guy in our martial arts class. His name was Jeffrey Washington. He was one of my heroes. Have you ever had somebody that you admired so much you was afraid to even talk to them? Well, guess what? That's the way it was with Jeff. I mean, we would do these demonstrations. I was just new and young. I was one of the youngest ones in the class. And Jeff would bend down, jump up, kick and break a board. He did it with such finesse. When he would do it, I was so in awe, but I was afraid to even say, man, how do you do that, right? I was scared to even talk to him about that. Well, one day Jeff missed the demonstration, and in Japanese, you call your teacher sensei. Sensei means teacher or instructor in Japanese. And sensei said to me, Harris, come here. And I said, yes, sir. Well, I came over and he said, Jeff couldn't make it to the demonstration. And so I need you to take his place. So go on over there, jump up and kick and break that board. My first thought was, he crazy. Wait a minute. I don't even jump up and kick the board. I mean, I'm afraid to even, I never even asked the guy who did it how he does it. And now here's the master, the teacher, saying to me, do it. So my first thought was he's crazy. My second thought, now listen carefully, my second thought was he must know something I don't know. Because I knew I couldn't do it. But he must have, so I was like, okay, he the master. So I just bend down. I remember seeing Jeff in my mind, bend down, jump up. And I jumped up, I threw my foot up, and I forgot to open my eyes, by the way. I kicked, I heard something crack, and I landed, and people started clapping. I looked up, and I was shocked. I was like, wow, I did it. I did it. I did it. You say, Doc, why are you telling that illustration? I'm telling you why. Because this is why. See, I love speaking. Here's why. Because I love what I speak about. I love the people to whom I speak. And I love what happens when I speak. Because I get to be like my sensei years ago, who teaches people and speaks to people and gets them to do things they never dreamed they could do because they finally found somebody who believes in them. And that's one of the things I love about Megan and Reagan and of course, Robert Dean and Dominique and some of these other leaders, because they're believing in you. And some of you, my friend, see, when you find someone who can see you through the eyes of God, you better hold on with everything you have, because they're going to help tap into and reach your potential. And so, my friend, I'm going to share with you some of these powerful secrets. By the way, this is a newer picture. You can actually see the basketball rim. I was doing a demonstration, speaking to a lot of kids. You can see how high I am, the basketball rim. So again, you ever heard speakers say, I'm not trying to impress you? Well, I didn't say that. I would like to impress you, because I don't listen to people I'm not impressed with, but more importantly, I would like to impress you so I can impress upon you the power of the principle. And that is, again, when you don't even believe in yourself, someone else who believes in you, you can use their belief as training wheels, and you can get things accomplished that you never dreamed possible. So a 10th degree black belt who was inducted into the Black Belt Hall of Fame shares the 7 main things he learned from his 50 years of martial arts training that will change any life, any business, any ministry. Surely, if you have a business, Tradera, you want it to be changed. Surely, if you have a ministry, surely your life. By the way, somebody asked me the other day, what do you do for a living? I said, I live life living, and then I empower those who are allowing life to live them to get a breakthrough, so they in turn can live life living. So here we go. Let me give you these seven key powerful things that changed every aspect of my life. I thought I was learning martial arts so I could learn how to fight. No. It changed every area of my life. And so, my friend, I've been blessed to speak in all 50 states, 28 countries. I've been blessed. One team, I built a team of 1.5 million, personally sponsored 898 people, that company that hired me to be their international training director, and so forth. So a lot of different things. Matter of fact, at one point, I was at the #1 income earner and #1 recruiter at 3 different companies simultaneously at the same time. People always say, you can't do that. I know, I don't believe like other folks, so I don't live based on their belief system. What I'm saying is this: get ready, because I'm going to give you these 7 things. Here we go. #1, here's what I learned from the martial arts. #1, they told us what to do. That's called communication. Now listen, if there's going to be any success, my friend, we've got to have folks, you've got to learn to communication. See, they told us what to do. First, they said, we want you to do a punch, a reverse punch. So #1, they told us, and it was communication. And I'm telling you, my friend, success will not occur until we learn to get better in our communication skills. One of the things I love about this industry, my friend, listen carefully now, is the power of changing people's lives. But here's one of the problems that some of you don't quite understand yet, and that is you don't understand the power of communication. So the better you increase your communication skills, the better your team building will be. And I don't call it an upline or downline. I like the term success line, because success line means each of us create the success for the rest of us. And I've never seen a business like this business where literally with only 3 people sponsored, you can go all the way to the top, which means you literally can give people away, bless other people, and now you create a win-win-win scenario. So, but when it comes to martial arts, #1, they told us what to do. They communicated. Do you communicate clearly to the new people that join your team what's expected of them? How many times did you get a job in the old days and you got in trouble for something? You like, but nobody ever told me if I'd have known that. So in other words, there wasn't good communication. And I'm telling you, my friend, if anything, you have got to polish up on your communication skills. Listen, the better you get at communicating, and by the way, it's a lifelong journey. And even like me, I've been voted into the Motivational Speakers Hall of Fame, but guess what, my friend? Still with my wife is like, baby, she's like, you're not communicating properly. I'm like, wow. So it's a constant thing, my friend, that we have to keep working on. But here's the thing. If you want a success in any other area, #1, you got to learn good communication skills, and you got to learn to communicate, listen now, succinctly, and explain to people what's going on, what you expect out of them, what you would like for them to do, what you would like to empower them and work with them. And I'm telling you, my friend, so many times people, because there's no communication, and God knows, the company's growing, we got our growing pains, but we got to get, the company's going to get better, obviously, at communication, because people need to get emails, they need to have the senior success line. We need to be communicating with the junior success line and letting them know. I mean, there's sometimes, listen, my friend, there's Zoom calls that are Zooms that are going on, calls that are going on, things that are happening, and sometimes people aren't even alerted to it. We've got to get better at our communication skills. So number one, they told us what to do, that's communication. But number two, they showed us what to do, and that's demonstration. Oh, come on now, that's a whole lot more powerful. See, they didn't just say do a reverse punch or do a front kick, my Gary, or your shower Gary, or no. They not just told us communication. Number two, they showed us demonstration. Somebody said, I'd rather see a lesson than hear one any day. I'd rather one should walk with me than merely point the way. The eye's a better pupil, more willing than the ear. Find counsel is confusing, but example is always clear. The best of all the teachers are the ones who live the creeds, for to see the good in action is what everybody needs. For I may misunderstand you, and a good advice you give, but there's no misunderstanding how you act and how you live. And one of the beautiful things I love, my friend, is we're having this Sunday of inspiration. And by the way, I'm the world's first breakthrough speaker. I'm beyond inspiration and motivation to actually a breakthrough. See, a motivational speaker tries to get the caterpillar to move a little faster. An inspirational speaker inspires the caterpillar, but as a breakthrough speaker, I assist the caterpillar into the cocoon, and then out of the cocoon is a beautiful butterfly. So it's beyond motivation and inspiration, it's total transformation. But my friend, in any endeavor, we got to increase our communication, get better at it. And I'm telling you, Megan and Reagan, Robert Dean, Dominique, I mean, these different, they're such powerful communicators. But then number two, demonstration. And that's another thing that they do well. They demonstrate. And my friend, I'm telling you, that's what's going to change things. Number three, we had to do it. So not only did they tell us what to do and show us what to do, number three, we had to do it. That's participation. Participation. Now, here's the thing, my friend. So many times in a home-based business, people get codependent on somebody else. And so I always tell people, no. My job is to empower you to the point you don't need me anymore, right? I don't have a low esteem or I need you needing me. No. I need you to get to a place like I train my children to where you get to a certain place, you don't need me anymore. Now, I'm not sure we communicated, but I'm saying, but you're out of the house, you have your own now, and I'm telling you, my friend, that's what you want to do to build a strong organization. There has to be some participation. See, can I challenge you with something, folks? You have got to learn to initiate or at least participate in your own rescue or in your own success. Ooh, that's good. Somebody should write that down. I said it's time for you to initiate or at least participate in your own rescue or in your own success. You know, so many times people are sitting there waiting for you, waiting for somebody to put spillover underneath them, waiting for somebody to build their business, waiting for somebody to motivate them, waiting for somebody to inspire. Hey, it's time for some of you, listen, my friend, to initiate or at least participate. But watch this. Here's how I learned this martial arts skill. They told us what to do. Number two, they showed us, but then we had to do it, my friend. We had to do it. And, one of the problems is, especially like when I became a Christian, I went to church, and it's like we hear this guy preach to us and we think that makes you better. No, when in martial arts, we call it karate practice. That means you have to do something. But and church is like, just listen. And then in home-based business, people think, well, if I just go to the webinar, if I just, can't wait till we get back to having live meetings, right? But if I just go to the seminar, if I just go to the conference, no, you just can't. You just can't be communicated to, and you can't just watch demonstrations of. You've got to go to the place where you, number three, participate. But number four, real quick, not only did they tell us what to do and show us what to do, and we had to do it, but it's really important. We had to do it even after we thought we knew it. I said we had to do it even after we thought we knew it. Apologize for those quote boxes not being broken. This should be after knew it, okay? But we had to do it even. Now that's called continuation. Now here's where most people drop out of the game. Here is where most people never make it, my friend. See, I'm telling you, I was like, say, no, I want to learn something new. I want to do something different. He's like, no. You have to do this same kick, this same punch over but I was like, Sensei, I can do it with my eyes closed. He said, that's not good enough. I was like, sir, He said, no, you've got to do it until it becomes until it becomes second nature. See, in the business world, they call that 10,000 hours, right? 10,000 hours. See, listen, here's the reason why some of you can't understand why you're not having massive success. See, the only difference between you and a Dominique Barbie, the only difference between you and a Robert Dean, the only difference between you and a Reagan and Megan Lynch, the only difference between you and a David Lisiaga, the only difference between you and some other leader that you expect and look up to, here's the difference. You did something once or twice or three times and you threw in the towel when they just keep going. Matter of fact, let me give you a powerful lesson. Listen to this carefully. The master has failed more times than the student ever dreamed of attempting. Ooh, that's good right there. Can I say that again? I said the master has failed more times than the student even attempted or dreamed of attempting. It's called continuation. You just got to keep on keeping on. And so again, Sensei, I'm like, please, can I? No, keep doing the same kick. Keep doing the same punch. Keep doing the same block. Keep doing the same. And just over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Somebody asked Muhammad Ali, they said, how many push-ups do you do? He said, I don't know. I don't even count until they start hurting. Come on now. I'm saying, listen, wouldn't you like to, listen, my friend, wouldn't you like to reach legend level and beyond? You know, they're creating more levels. Wouldn't you like to do that? Well, I'm going to tell you part of the secret, my friend. You've got to learn and do the basics and do them over and over and over and over and over and over. I've got some lessons I've listened to 100 times. I've got, remember back in the cassette day and the CD, I've got things I've over and over. I've got books. Matter of fact, I was talking to Bill Farley. He flew my wife and I out. He was a billionaire and wanted to see if we were going to partner with him on his company. And one of the things I asked him was, you know, I do a lot of teaching on the millionaire mind and so forth. But I said, what's the difference between a millionaire mind and a billionaire mind? I mean, he said, wow, I've never been asked that before. That's a pretty good question. He said, well, one thing I can tell you, he said, as a millionaire, I read the book Think and Grow Rich several times. He said, but as a billionaire, I can tell you now, I've read it about 80 times. I was like, what, wait a minute, excuse me? You read Think and Grow Rich 80 times? And we got people on this call can't figure out why you haven't even gotten a night and you're all discouraged, you're ready to throw in the towel. I'm saying, listen, my friend, listen, it's not rocket science. You just have to learn. See, in the beginning, everything is exciting and it's easy and it's fun. But after a while, the monotony kicks in. That's what separates the men from the boys. That's what separates the girls from the women. And listen, my friend, I'm telling you, if you learn the lesson of continuation, you can't help but succeed in this business, in your relationships, in your life. So let's move on. Number 5, we had to teach it to others. So then watch this. So what they told us to do and then showed us to do, and then we had to do it, and then we had to do it even more after we thought we knew it. Then they said, now we want you to teach it. That's called duplication. See, 2 Timothy 2:2 in the scripture says, in the things which thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou unto faithful men. And that word man means mankind, who shall be able to teach others also. So duplication. And again, that's one of the great things about this business, and one of the great things of Megan and Reagan and Robert Dean and Dominique and others. Again, duplication, wanting to make sure it's duplicatable. It's not what works, is what duplicates. And part of the thing, my friend, you have got to learn to take these lessons. That's why, again, I use the term success line. See, instead of an up line, because we don't look up to anybody or down anybody, a down line, that's a very degrading term sometimes. And I don't mean, I'm not picking any fights. I just prefer the word. You can prefer whatever you want, but words have power. And when you understand the psychology, every time I speak at these different conferences, the first thing people come up and they say, oh, so-and-so, he's on my downline. In other words, they want to make sure they put that guy in the play. Listen, no. And the so-called downline oftentimes says to me, I can't get a hold of my upline unless they want me to go for the next rank. In other words, they're not available to assist and empower me until. So here's what I'm saying. When you understand success line, and again, this is what's so powerful about this compensation plan with Tradera, it feeds into the philosophy of a success line like no other company I've ever seen, where each of us creates a success for the rest of us. And what they would call the upline, I call senior success line. Senior's not above me. Senior just got here first. Hello, somebody. And senior, if I take the steps that senior took, eventually I can get there. And junior success line, junior's no less. Junior just came after. By the way, that's why you want to get positioned ASAP if you've not yet joined. You want to get positioned. Now watch this, my friend. So if you learn to reach back to your junior success line and teach them the steps, then as they make it up to where you are, it automatically pushes you up to the next level. Are you listening? So I'm telling you, my friend, duplication. You have got to learn. You can't just sit back and listen to Megan teach and say, oh, she's a great teacher. You can't just sit back and listen to Robert Dean give presentations or Dominique and say, oh, no. You've got to say, okay, I'm learning because my time is coming. And listen, my friend, you have got to, when you learn something from them, you've got to find somebody else you can start teaching it to, or at least attempting and doing your best. Why, my friend? Because this is how you learn. Okay, next thing, let's move on. Time is running out. Number 6, we're getting to the rough stuff now. We were tested over the information and the moves. That's called elevation. And by the way, it wasn't free. See, that they didn't just tell us what to do and show us what to do, and we had to do it, and then we had to do it even after we thought we knew it, and then we had to teach it to others, but then we were tested over the information, and the test wasn't free. By the way, people pay little attention to what they pay little money for. They pay a lot of attention to what they pay a lot for, okay? And some of you, part of the problem is you're a little spoiled because you're getting so much here that really you should be paying for. You would pay more attention to it, okay? And by the way, that's why I charge for my trainings, but I'm a professional speaker, and that's what we do. I did the thing as a minister of giving away, and finding out people didn't appreciate it. Now, some, don't get me wrong, there's a few, but I found out people always appreciated more and got more out of it when they paid, right? Somebody asked me the other day, said, man, well, would you pay real quick? I want to get in because I know the way you build. I was like, well, here's the way you get in. You sell something, right? Or if and besides that, here's the thing. You want to understand something, my friend. If it costs you, you'll take it more seriously. So watch this. They tested us over the information. By the way, when they tested us, they already knew, listen carefully, and I did the same with my students. We already knew they were going to pass. We weren't testing trying to fail you. We were testing to prove to you that you could do what we thought you could do. Oh, come on now, because some of y'all are in the test of life. By the way, our country, all of us are being tested right now with what we're going through. But the test, my friend, is not to try to make you fail. The test is because, listen, God knows you can reach down deep. I mean, you got what it takes, but it's going to take everything you got. But I'm saying they tested us. And listen, my friend, and that's elevation. And lastly, they congratulated us and expected more. I said they congratulated us and expected more. That's called celebration, which, by the way, we're doing tonight, right? Celebrating all you May babies, you birthdays in May, and celebrate, right? Watch this now. And I love this about the culture of this company, my friend. And we have to get a little better at it company-wide, but certain groups, and people reach the ranks and people do, and they're like, hey, congratulations, welcome. I'm so glad. I've been part of companies where people are like jealous of each other. But here, there's a spirit. By the way, when you're willing to congratulate others, you actually helping to elevate yourself, and your time's coming. But listen, they congratulated us, and then they expected more. See, it wasn't like, okay, now that you passed your test, now that you graduated, you got a new belt level. Now it's like just kind of rest. No, now you got to do even more. And there's celebration and recognition. And by the way, my friend, just so you know, recognition. here's what I say, babies cry for it, right? I mean, back in the days where I had the safety pins, I mean, the pins, I don't, they got Pampers now, but it was like you thought the baby was being stuck. No. The baby just wanted some attention. And once you come to go to the crib, stops crying, right? So recognition, babies cry for it. Teenagers lie for it, right? They're in the locker room telling all these outrageous stories. Some women will vie for it, right? Like, who she thinks she is, got my dress on, right? And they're trying to outdo the other and have a prettier dress and better, and then some men will die for it, right? I mean, oh my goodness, just got to have that recognition and gonna build and do whatever they can do to get recognition from people if it sends them to the grave, right? So recognition is powerful. And there was a man, A.L. Williams, right, who used this principle so powerfully because he would get people to do more to earn a t-shirt than they would to earn $10,000. Now, I like to get the 10,000 in the t-shirt. But anyway, watch this, my friend. But you got to learn, listen, and let's keep this recognition going and going strong. So there's a man named Cone. He came up with the cone of learning. So I put the Dr. Breakthrough spin on it, the breakthrough cone of learning. This is scientifically proven. So 10% of what you learn is by hearing. And so conference calls are good, but 20% is by seeing. So when you can see something, 30% is when pictures are added. And that's why webinars and Zooms are so powerful. And then 50% by movies, right? So when you can turn something to a movie and put the message in it, and then 70% by discussion, like we'll have a question and answer time when I'm done here in just a minute. And then 90% actual doing or practice, and then 98 to 100% by role playing and teaching. So listen, a mentee is really a mentor in the training. Ooh, did you get that? All righty, my friend. So, okay, so I think we're going to stop there. Let me give you my May declaration. I wrote this every month. I do a declaration. I'm going to read this to you, and if you got any questions, we'll do that. But I want to speak this over everybody's life. So May is your month to experience marvelous manifestations of God's promises in your life. Live in favor every day. I thank you that as we submit, say yes, and yield to your will and word, you will make things yield to us. We declare, just as Isaac sowed in the midst of a famine in Genesis 26:1, verse 12 says that you caused him, get this now, the land to yield 100-fold harvest in record time. So let it be done for everyone on this webinar, everyone on this Zoom, everyone in our company. In spite of the coronavirus, in spite of 5G, in spite of doubt, in spite of depression and destruction that plagues our land today, we will not allow our mind to be impregnated by fear, which results in bad decisions. Instead, we receive an infusion of faith in our spirit that will release breakthroughs in every area of our life, our health, our wealth, our relationships, our business, etc. Because of your incredible favor, we are significant and loved by you just like you love Jesus. We are your yielded sons and daughters in whom you are well pleased. Thank you for adopting and making us accepted in your royal family with all the rights and privileges. We are masterpieces because we're a piece and product of the master, a piece and product of your handiwork. We will no longer do us, but rather yield, that is, say yes and allow you to do yourself through us. So I sow these words by faith, believing that a supernatural harvest will result beyond our wildest imagination. This marvelous month of May starts our abundant breakthrough season of yielding and yeses in Jesus' name. Yes and amen. So folks, your time as a caterpillar has expired. Your wings are now ready. Time to fly on up, my friend, tonight. Fly on up to noble. Fly on up to bishop. Fly on up to prince and princess. Fly on up to king and queen. Fly on up to emperor, empress. Fly on up to least. Fly on up to whatever else levels they have. It's your time. God bless you. I'm Dr. Stan Harris. They call me Dr. Breakthrough, and I believe in you. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was just amazing. I was taking so many notes, and Dr. PK, you've outdone yourself again with our guest speaker. So I do want to say thank you so much to Dr. PK, Dr. Breakthrough. Just so many nuggets, so much information. And I'm not one to like really marvel about just the knowledge, but the fact that you gave us information that we can actually use and apply. I think that's most important. I always tell people it's not knowledge that's power. It's the ability to apply it. And you've given me so many things to be able to apply to my month of May, you know, baby steps, not the year, but to apply to the month of May. So I just want to say thank you so much, sir, for just sharing. I know that you have another call coming up as well. 274 people on here. And I know we're going to be doing another call at 9 o'clock where people can get started immediately. Dr. Breakthrough, don't you think people need to?
Exactly. I mean, all that I just taught on, you got to participate, right? So yes, by the way, it's the start that stops most people. Don't let the start stop you. Get started. Get back to whoever invited you and get their link. Get started. And my friend, we're going to be here to inspire you, to empower you. And again, Megan and Reagan, thank you, thank you, thank you. Birthday again, blessings to you all. And if anybody would like this declaration, if you want to write my number down, send me a text. I'll text that to you briefly. If you want to text me at 717-275-3508. Again, 717-275-3508. Just send a text and just say declaration, and I'll send that out to you. I even have it in MP4 format set to music. So 717, they're coming in already, 275-3508. Again, we appreciate you, Megan and Reagan, Robert Dean, Dominique, all you other leaders. God bless you. And all of you, by the way, you might not think you're a leader, but you are. Everybody on this call, you're a leader. You got yourself on this webinar, this Zoom, and we're just going to help you to increase that leadership. So thank you again, Megan and Reagan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Breakthrough. That was awesome.
Well, you're an awesome judge. If you can spot it, it's because you got it. Ooh.
I love it. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. I love it. Thank you so much. Dr. PK, are you out there?
She has her hand raised. She may need to be unmuted.
Okay, okay. While I'm unmuting Dr. PK, I also want you to understand that now is the time to say yes. I know that a lot of times we don't think we can get started. And 9 o'clock, it's why I do so many calls, because I want to give people an opportunity to kind of get out of their own way. And if you're exposing this opportunity to even one person on my calls, you might have a 11 o'clock call or a 1, a 2. I do sometimes a 6, a 7, a 9. I'm giving people so many opportunities really to just, like Dr. Breakthrough said, just kind of get out of your own way and just be you just do it. So Dr. PK, I'm going to pass it to you.
Okay. Oh my goodness, Dr. Breakthrough. Thank you so very much. And you're right. I am indebted. I knew I was before I heard you. Now that I heard you again, it just reminded me of just how good you are. I've gotten questions over here, but I'm going to ask only one. Somebody says, how do I sponsor a Dr. Breakthrough into this kind of business? Because I seem to get all duds, but he is something of a stud. How do I?
Well, like one thing that Megan and Reagan have probably taught on, Robert Dean and others, Dominique, tap rooting, check the people that you know. See, every small fish knows a big fish, and every minnow knows a whale. Every dud knows a stud, and come on, somebody. So sometimes it's not the person you know, it's the people that they know. And so when you say, hey, who do you know anyone you think might be? And sometimes they'll say, oh my goodness, I know this guy. He's into things like that, right? You got to call him. By the way, the way, and another way you do that by reaching the Dr. Breakthroughs and others is this, listen carefully. You have got to be constantly growing in your own personal development. I wish I had time. I do a teaching. I got a book called, it's a book that Dominique bought years ago, and most leaders have it. It's called How to Build a Big Team Fast. And so here's the thing. One of the things I teach on is called the power of influence. And so most people are Charlie Browns, have little or no influence, but the E.F. Hutton has all kind of influence, right? Most people, when I check with them on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at? They put themselves at a 5 or 6. Here's the problem with that. If you see yourself as a 5 on the influence scale, that means you only talk to the 5s and below, which means your team isn't going to be real strong. See, sometimes the reason you don't get a Dr. Breakthrough is because you don't talk to a Dr. Breakthrough, or if you talk to a Dr. Breakthrough, you talk to a Dr. Breakthrough saying, well, he wouldn't join my team, right? So when you have that expectation, then what happens is you help to bring it to reality. So no. I started years ago saying I'm the leader that multitudes of leaders are looking for. I mean, I said that when I wasn't a leader, and I just kept saying it and saying it. It's like Muhammad Ali, my famous quote. He said, I said I was the greatest a long time before I ever believed it. And so you need to, on a daily basis, said, I'm recruiting powerful people into my business. I'm recruiting powerful leaders that far exceed me in my influence. I mean, it's like when I married my wife, I married up. Hello, somebody, right? I mean, I married up. And so watch this, my friend. And so the thing is, now it takes a while. I never forget years ago, one of the companies I was working with, and here's how you get the big fish, by the way. I found out a need that Bishop T.D. Jakes had. And I was one of the executive athletes with this company. And so I knew they had a product to solve that problem. I set up an appointment with the CEO and with Bishop T.D. Jakes. They met, he joined, got on my team. And of course, you know what happened. It exploded like crazy, right? One of my main mentors, Bill Bailey, who had a company grossing $64 million a month back in the 70s, right? I mean, he joined one of my teams. Why? I found out a need that he had, and I was able to match that, a solution to that. And he said, you know what? Dr. Breakthrough, if you ever need anything, just let me know, right? Well, there's one company that I joined. I said, Mr. Bailey, I wouldn't be facetious and whatever, but I'm working with this company, and I would love, they have me doing some training for them. I would love to have you train with me. Here's what he said. I won't train for them, but I will train with you. So if you want me to do it, I'll be with you. I said, okay. Now, if you don't mind, I'll put a spot in there for you if you don't mind. If you, oh, no, I don't mind at all. As a matter of fact, I had 13 multimillionaires call saying, is it true, Mr. Bill Bailey? By the way, Bill Bailey mentored Jim Rohn in the early days, mentored Les Brown and Rudy Reback, all these, I mean, crazy. And they're like, what do we got to do to join, right? And so again, work on your own influence, and then also understand that even though you may not be where you want to be right now, if you can find out what a person's looking for, see this thing here, people of great substance and significance will see it. By the way, write this down. Don't expect $10 and $15 an hour minimum wage minds to accept $1 million and billion-dollar concept. Ooh.
Will you say that again, please? Say that, repeat
No,
that.
you got to buy the tape. By the way, some of you might want to go to the website, though, howtobuildabigteamfast.com. You might want to get that book. It'll bless you. I mean, I'm part of the company like everybody, and I speak with all these top guys that y'all buy their books. And How to Build a Big Team Fast. By the way, part of what I taught about is in that book, right? And what I'm talking about now is in that book about your influence and how to raise it. And just go to howtobuildabigteamfast.com. So don't get dismayed and discouraged when $10 and $15 an hour minded people don't immediately see your $1 million and actually $1 billion business concept. So again, you just got to go through that frustration. The Bible said, and it's Sunday, so I hope y'all don't mind me using the Bible. Besides that, I'm a preacher as well, minister of the gospel. So Proverbs 28:20 says, a faithful man shall abound with blessings. Again, the word man is mankind. So a person that just keeps on recruiting, keeps on sending people to the webinar, keeps on sending out a sizzle call, just keeps on and keeps on and keeps on. When it seems like it's working, when it seems like it's not working, just keeps on and keeps on and keeps on, and bam, all of a sudden they get a breakthrough. And next thing you know, they said, you won't believe who joined my team. Well, I would, because you've been faithful.
Thank you so much, Dr. Breakthrough. That was absolutely phenomenal. And we just absolutely appreciate you coming and sharing with us. I need to know if Mr. Robert Dean joined us, because we want to wish him a happy birthday as well, to let him know that we love and appreciate him and give him an opportunity to say something.
Can I say one more thing? I got to jump off to do my other call. So let me just real quick say this. Folks, if you think you are beaten, you are. And if you think you dare not, you won't. If you'd like to win but think you can't, it's almost a cinch you won't. If you think you will lose, you've already lost. For this powerful truth we find, success begins with a person's will. It's all a state of mind. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger woman or man, but sooner or later, those who win are those who first think and then know that they can. I'm Dr. Stan Harris. They call me Dr. Breakthrough, and I know with Tradera, you can win. Now go do it.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Amen.
I know I'm
Amen.
over here. You got me over here shouting in just a little bit.